Rafi is called the King of Clay, and that's for a good reason. Some of you might even say he's the king of tennis, and that won't be wrong either. But it looks like Rafael Nadal's reign might be coming to an end soon. Welcome to Tennis Experts. Today, we're going to talk about Rafi, as it has hit the news that Rafael Nadal might be retiring this year. So, let's talk. You must already know that Nadal got a pretty bad hip injury earlier this year, during the Australian Open. He was playing against American Mackenzie McDonald, and during the second set, he hurt his hip. Mackenzie is ranked number 55 as of now, and as bad as it feels to see Nadal going out due to an injury, it was not the first time it happened. Rafi has a big history of injuries, and his most recent one might be the worst. Unfortunately, the injury needed immediate arthroscopic surgery, and Nadal was asked to stay away from the court for a couple of months. Fans anticipated that he would be back for the Roland Garros, but that hope was crushed as well, since Rafi didn't feel he was ready just yet. He said that the recovery is taking longer than anyone anticipated, and he will have to miss out on the event. The hip injury made Nadal miss the French Open 2023, an event that Rafael is known to dominate. Since his debut at French Open, Rafael Nadal has lost only 3 matches. He has played 115 matches there since 2005 and lost just 3 matches. This goes on to tell how amazing the King of Clay really is on the court. And honestly, it just makes us sad to see the GOAT of tennis miss out on something so important. And a great win for Novak Djokovic, by the way. Djokovic has a special relationship with Nadal, and he shares feelings on the same. More on that later. It was the first time Rafael didn't appear for French Open since 2005, and I think we can all agree that he was missed. But hey, this is not a sad video. Nadal is set to make a comeback. There hasn't been an injury that defeated our Rafi, and he's working hard to make sure this is not the one either. For now, that is.
Not going to be able to play in Roland Garros, as you know. I was even working as much as possible every single day for the last 4 months. Have been very difficult months because we were not able to find the solution to the problem that I had in Australia. So today, I'm still in a position that I am not able to feel myself ready to compete at the standards that I need to be to play at Roland Garros. No, I am not the guy that's going to be in Roland Garros and just try to be there and put myself in a position that I don't.
As I said earlier, Rafi was supposed to be better from the surgery by the month of April, and he joined the rehabilitation process as well. But he decided he will miss the major events of this year since he wants to focus on getting well properly. He further added that, though better, he did not feel he had the potential that Roland Garros will demand from him, and it's only better if he did not appear in the event. And I think we should respect that. It takes a lot to admit that you're not doing well, and Nadal is definitely a strong soul. However, while sharing that the progress of his recovery is taking longer than anticipated, Rafael brought up a topic that no one was ready for. He said that the year 2024 would be his last time playing professional tennis, and he might have to retire after that. "It's not a decision I made, it's the one my body made," said Rafael Nadal. And honestly, it shattered every tennis admirer's heart. Last year, Roger Federer said goodbye to the sport, and now Rafi is considering to do the same. And just like that, the big 3 of tennis would be reduced to just 1. With Federer and Nadal gone from the scene, we'd be left with Djokovic, and I don't think that the tennis world is ready for that. Do you agree? I think that Nadal might have been able to compete in the French Open 2023 if he really wanted to. But the way I see it is, perhaps Nadal decided that it might be a small sacrifice for a better reward. He wants to give a proper farewell to the sport he loves, and he wants to appear in all the matches that are thrown to him in the Tour 2024. Nadal said that he wants to visit all the stadiums in 2024, and I think that he gave up the French Open in 2023 for the same. He wants to make the last year of his professional career the best he possibly can, and that's the reason why he missed the French Open this year. And honestly, I respect that. I think he deserves that grand farewell. I would love to see him compete for one last time. And what better way to see him off than watching him do what he does best for the last time, yeah? I think he might be thinking the same and wants to be at his A game for the Tour 2024. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. As I said, Djokovic and Nadal have a love-hate relationship, and when Novak was asked about Nadal, he had the perfect love-hate answer. Djokovic said it was nice to see Nadal's name missing from the competitors on Roland Garros. He did not miss Rafa in the competition because he doesn't have a good record against Rafa on Roland Garros. The record is 8-2 in favor of Nadal, and that might explain why Djokovic was salty, but he said it in jokes only. It took my heart and guts on the court to defeat Nadal twice on Roland Garros, and it has been very difficult for me, said Djokovic. But that's not all. Reminiscing on his rivalry, Novak went on to compliment Nadal. I have to say that he's my biggest rival. When he announced that he was going to have the last season of his career, I felt part of me is leaving with him too. Novak and Nadal have a great relationship together, and Djokovic said Nadal has always made him work harder. He said they both have been sources of motivation to each other and made them become better versions of themselves constantly. I think the history between Djokovic and Nadal is simply iconic. After all, Djokovic is the only person who's defeated Nadal so many times. The record is 30-29 as of 2023, in favor of Djokovic. This shows how close to the perfection of tennis has been achieved by both of them. While everyone wants to see Nadal back on the court, I think the most exciting thing to see would be the face-off between Nadal and Djokovic. For now, I just hope Nadal would make a comeback for the 2024 Tour. And while he does that, we get a match between Nadal and Djokovic. As saddened by his departure the tennis world would be, I think the thing to look forward to would be their rivalry on the court one last time. Who would you be rooting for? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe because we are changing tennis experts, and you wouldn't want to miss that.